how's everyone doing? Hi Dylan, hi Janae, hi Wastelander, hi Scaff Dog, hi Bloom Doom, hi Amph, hi Yuki, hi everyone. How y'all doing? I'm doing well. Good to hear. Good to hear, Scaff Dog. Good to hear. That was high pitch. I'm sorry. I don't know why that happened. All right. So it is now time for day 2 of the subathon that we are doing here. So if you do not know what we're doing, every sub gets 2 crust. I go back to route. So okay, did I live? Yes. So if you don't know what we're doing, every single time somebody subs, they can force me to go back to a route and recatch any Pokemon that I have caught so far. I am currently after the Eterna City boss, so any route up to that point. I believe there are some people who have not redeemed their things, like they got a gifted sub and stuff like that. Let me see. I believe it's Yuki, Michelle, and Inkley, I think? Yeah, Inkley, Michelle, and Yuki all have unredeemed routes that they can send me back to. So yes. Yes, it is a VTuber model. Yes. I got this a while ago, and I'm still having people discover that I got it, and it is super cool. But yes, that's what we're doing. So every single sub will get me a new Pokemon. We are doing this Nuzlocke style. I keep hitting my mic. We're doing this Nuzlocke style, so if any of my Pokemon die, I have to, how do I say this? I have to put them into the box of murders, and then, yeah, I'm not allowed to use them anymore. So yes, Inkley redeemed Splash Hydration. Nice, Inkley. I'm going to drink some coffee at 7 p.m. Okay, let's go get a Pokemon at the lake. I never actually did a capture at the lake. So Yuki, is that what you're going to send me? Go back to the lake? Yes? Alright. Time to go back to the lake. So I'm going to spend a minute getting back to the lake. While we do that... Shoot, one way. I forgot how the side path of the Eternal Forest went. Wait, can you not... I thought you were allowed to use cat at this point. Oh wait, I never got it. Yeah, I guess I'm going the wrong way. Valentine's Day. I should through. Yes, I became a VTuber on Valentine's Day of this year. So it hasn't been that long. It has been close to a month I've been a VTuber. How you doing, Shrimperu? How you doing? Alright. Can you guys hear me well? Out of curiosity. I can't tell if you mean you're doing good or doing bad. Can hear just fine. Good, good. Sound good on your end? Good. Good. That means my mic be good. While we're heading back, what is Loki thinking about? I've actually been thinking about books a lot recently. This guy hates you more than any legendary Pokemon in the world after you catch it. I do not understand why. Why do you hate us so much, Veneri? Why? Yeah, the OG is really good. If I had the money, I would buy a capture unit for the DS, but I don't have the money to do that. But yeah, no, I've actually been thinking a lot about books recently. I used to be a major bookworm when I was a kid. Kind of dropped it for a few years. Now I'm really back into reading a lot of books again. I'm really enjoying it. The thing is, I get annoyingly analytical about books. I get annoyingly analytical about books. So like I have like these discussions that I want to have about books so badly with people, but like nobody I know are as into books as I am. So I just come out as completely weird. Oh frick. Remember to— no, don't eat the books. No. Don't eat books. No, that's not how that works. But there is one discussion that I particularly want to have I really want to make a YouTube video about. But I don't know if anyone would be interested in watching the YouTube video of me being over analytical and talking about books. How did I not fight these? Consume knowledge. That's not how a book works. That's not how the book works. And my phone's going off. My lucky sound like a leaf blower. I make weird noises with my mouth. No, it's really not. I just make that sound for the rest of the stream just to annoy everyone that talks about eating books. But seriously, I love books. You know, I could totally see that, Inkley. There have been times in my life where I've done that too. I remember one time in school, I said that I lived in a pineapple. Like, I'm not even joking. I did actually say I lived in a pineapple. I mean, to be fair, I was tired. But yes. Alright, we're almost at the lake. We are almost at the lake. I am still really sad this remake isn't as good as the original. Because I actually really do like the visuals. I do think the visuals are really cute. But they took out so much content, so yes. Never play Splatoon 3 EP? What does EP mean? Alright. Okay, so... we have Dupe Plaza off, which means I can't actually catch this thing because it's a dupe. So we need to do another encounter. That would actually be amazing. I would love that. I don't care what anyone says. The Sun and Moon art style was great. Was this great? I think we also got Bidoof. Yeah, Bidoof also counts as a dupe, so we can't... Wait. going to be honest, I don't know if we can actually get a encounter here, to be honest with you. If I stay here and do this, we might have accidentally soft locked the thing, which means I'll have to give Yuki back their redemption, because unless we find a Wobbuffet, which I didn't know you could find here, then I'm going to be stuck here for a while. If you have the old water, you can't fish here because the water level is way too low. See? The water level is way too low, so they won't let you fish right now. There is going to be a point later on this game where they do let you fish here. I'm going to be honest, don't know exactly where the Wobbuffet spawns in this area. It could totally not spawn in the area that I'm standing in right now. Yes, I actually really do like that too. I believe that they did that as well in the original game. And it's a really nice detail, to be honest with you. Extremely nice detail. Hang on. Yeah, unfortunately, no. There is no other Pokemon to spawn here other than the Dupes Claws Pokemon, which means we can't do it. Yuki, I'm gonna give you back your thing here, because I just fact-checked that. I should have fact-checked that beforehand, but it didn't occur to me. There is no way we can do an encounter here because we have Dupes Claws on, and I didn't come here originally. Sue? I mean, there's a few other routes you can choose. You know, I will never think there's a cooler set of Pokemon than the legendaries Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina that deal with time, space, and distortion. That is such a cool trio theme. Just wait. Well, you already majorly inconvenienced me once, so. That sounds good, Scaff Dog. See you later. I hope you're doing well. Is that not how you say it? Is that not how you say Giratina's name? Giratina. Giratina? How is it Giratina? What? I should really buy some repels, to be honest with you. I think that's what I'm going to do next. Buy some repels, because the encounters are getting ridiculous. I was going to prevent myself from buying them because of the fact that this is a Nuzlocke, but yeah. I'm impatient. Well, every day I learn something new about Pokemon. Wait, how many balls do I have? Fair enough, Inkley, fair enough. I do not actually have that many balls. But there's also no better balls for me to get, so I'm like, eh. You know, I'll wait getting balls. Okay, now I need to remember where the heck the repels are. Okay, there we go. I remember when I was younger, I used to use the spell tag on my Torterra. The thing was, the Torterra was level 100. So yeah, that made a lot of things really easy on me. I basically never encountered anything ever. I forgot how short the actual repel's effect is. Alright, back to it. Wow, no wonder why I didn't use these things beforehand. Okay, so we just did the boss fight at Gardenia's place. Now I believe we need to go to the Eterna building for Jupiter? Is it Jupiter? Or is it Mars again? Okay, no, it's Jupiter. Alright, let's go. Oh, look who it is! Cynthia! I am not gonna lie. I want a plushie of Cynthia that looks like this, because Cynthia's like this is so freaking adorable. I love Cynthia like this. Baby Cynthia. So cute though! I mean, she'll kick my butt later and she'll absolutely murder me. But that's okay, Cynthia. We love you. Oh, is that Pokédex? You must be helping Professor Rowan. What's your name? Oh, hello, Loki. I'll be sure to remember that name. My name is Cynthia. I'm a trainer just like you. I've been studying Pokemon mythology lately, just out of curiosity. Here in Eterna City, there's a statue of an ancient Pokemon. According to myth, it was an extremely powerful Pokemon. Who knows? You may encounter something like it while you're traveling with your Pokédex. Try using these. They should help you on your way. TM93s. And now I got cut. Remember, you can use the hidden move cut from your Pokédex and field. It will let you go places that are previously inaccessible to you. That's important for filling up your Pokédex, right? Then luck be with you, young trainer. I want to get a ghost. We never got the old chateau. So I'm going to go get an encounter from the old chateau real quick. But this thing is filled with like little secrets if you know where to look for them. And I don't. Ghastly! I'm pretty sure that's the only thing we could have caught here. I don't think Ghastly's a dupe, is it? No, Ghastly's not a dupe. Alright. I swear I am getting way too lucky with these captures, with these Pokemon. Like, I keep catching these guys. Alright, what should I name the Ghastly? I know! I've just been throwing balls this entire time. I barely whittled any of these Pokemon down. And like, I've just been getting captures. One of these days it's not gonna work. Yes. I should name it this. That would be me. That would be so mean to name it that, but it also would be so funny. Like, that's a name for it? No. No. I'm trying to think of a better name than like a, boop, 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 boop. Then I joke to a, to cars. What should I name it? There we go, Goofy Gas. You know, I'll let Chicken make go for that. Let's see what Goofy Gas is, I am so immature. Oh my gosh. Whoops. Let's see what nature we got. Lax. Ooh, nice. Where's that good? Actually, actually is that good. Special defense down, but defense up. I don't know how much that matters for a ghost, I'm going to be honest with you. By floating in the air, the Pokemon receives full immunity to all ground type moves. That's very useful for something later on in the game. But yeah. Oh, nope. But story mode could be slightly helpful. It could be. I'm probably going to need to train up some of these Pokemon later on. Because I've mostly been sticking with the 6 mons that I got early on. But I have some really good mons in the boxes. Like, wait, can I look at the mons anywhere? Oh, I can. We're not using Jirachi and we're not using Mad Mew. Why did I name it Mad? Oh, right, because it's a Switch exclusive, boss. This guy's gone. I don't think this guy actually counted. I think this guy, I had to do a double catch for something early on, but yes. So I have some really good, I have McChoppy. I have Bob. This guy's supposed to be named Bob, but I forgot to nickname him, so he's Bob. I've got Zap Tap. I got Dim Sun. And then I have Goofy Gas. So I don't have a bad setup of mons here for the future gyms. I just need to actually train them up because, yeah. Plus, if we had someone to trade with, or if I had someone to trade with, McChoppy could actually be somewhat decent. I don't know how useful Zap Tap could be, but Pachirisu does learn some interesting moves later on, so maybe. And then Goofy Gas. Could help in the... Oh, you're right, actually. How many gyms are we in? I actually don't remember. 2 gyms in. So we don't really need to worry about that now, but I may train Zaptat, or Zaptat? I may train Pachirisu a little bit later on. But anyways, we have to go into here. Also, can I just point out, who the heck casually decorates a building with spikes? Like, you're just asking for trouble if you do that. Ooh, should I take them on one time? I think both of these guys should take them on, but I also don't want to risk it. I'll take them on one time. Sorry, dearie. Team Galactic doesn't accept children as members. You know, it is very weird to say this about a Pokemon game. I'm kind of glad that they dropped the whole crime syndicate storyline from Scarlet and Violet, and that it was really reduced to just, oh, these are a bunch of kids that are being picked on and they're being bullied and they're not feeling confident, they don't even go to school anymore. I don't know why, but it feels really refreshing just to vibe with a bunch of kids your own age and to only compete against kids your own age. Instead of having the whole world on your back. That was been fun. Yeah, I really love Scarlet and Violet a lot. I wonder how you do a Nuzlocke of Scarlet and Violet. I might have to look into it. They did, but at the same time, Team Skull was kind of clear not the enemy that you were going to be fighting against. So they were more of a nuisance than anything. But you still had like this whole saving the world shenanigans to do. Same with Sword and Shield. At the end of the game, you're still doing things to save the world. As much as I praise Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon for having some really cool elements in that genre, it kind of felt nice in Sword and Shield just to watch the adults go do their thing and not to rely on a 10-year-old kid to do this all for them. And then in Scarlet and Violet, you were legitimately just a kid. The only reason why you did anything that would be considered world-saving was because you were trying to find a kid's dad. You really weren't going in with any intention of interacting with the crime syndicate or anything like that. Now I'm going to ignore these guys. Really? Why is that, Inkly? I'm genuinely curious because I find this fascinating because there's many reasons why people don't like Sword and Shield. But man, Sword and Shield's fun. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I guess I just kind of felt it was ridiculous that a lot of people were kind of expecting a child to do the police job. Because that's kind of what you're doing in these games, doing the police jobs for them. Hence why I kind of just stopped liking them. But I do get where you're coming from, Inkly. That is completely valid. A lot of people have said they felt like Sword and Shield was like the story going on without them. And I can't fault them for that. I don't know if I have a good comeback for this guy. Because I don't think fighting moves are effective against Psychic, right? Maybe Flame Wheel? No, I guess I didn't need to worry about it. Is Will Khan punished? Oh my gosh. Yeah, good luck punishing me. Oh, hey, it is Jupiter. Hi, Jupiter. Eh? Did you want something? I'll still leave me to ask. Go on, feed the Pokemon. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Alright, let's see what Super got? No, let's see what Jupiter got. Damn, Jupiter, I like your costume. It can't be comfortable to wear, but I like your costume. Oh gosh, not badly. Oh no! I'm badly poisoned. That is very bad. If you do not know the difference between poisoned and badly poisoned is guaranteed to take you out within a certain number of turns. Poison will do the same amount of damage every single round. And it is a huge difference, and you do not want to let your Pokemon fall for it. Okay, so her next Pokemon is a Skunk Tank. What can take that? It's Poison Dark. Is there anything I can send out there that's going to be effective against it? Brent? Brent's only level 21. Poor Brent. Brent is just a baby. Wait, what? Rock types are... Rock ground types? Wait, what? Hang on a second. What? Rock ground types are quad resistance? What? Since when? Well... It wasn't Yuki! At least it wasn't Yuki! This is a Nuzlocke, so unfortunately Brent is out for good. Shoot. Brent the Fallen Shoulder, yes. Oh, this is going badly poison my fill too. Okay. That might buy me some time, actually. I never grabbed an antidote. Or berries. Wow, I'm super prepared, can you tell? Oops. This is not going to do that much damage because it's a dark type, so... I'm going to take a chance on something. Yeah, that might have been a bad idea. Spark. Oh, please let that only heal health. Okay. Here's the thing, I don't want to chance another Pokemon going down. I don't want to chance another Pokemon going down, and I don't want to use the healing items a lot. you doing? Get out. Right. I do not have good moves on this thing. Yeah, apparently. Scott playing some Xbox? Nice. Should I let Dan go down so that I get free switch to another Pokemon? But the thing is, I don't think I have another Pokemon to switch to. And normally Nuzlocke are not supposed to be using items, but oh my gosh. Should I let Dan go down? No, we can't let Dan go down because Cyrus can't go up against a Pokemon that's higher level than him. And all other Pokemon is badly poisoned, so... I swear, if I lose on the Jupiter fight out of all of them, I'm going to be super embarrassed. The thing is, Yuki, though, you're badly poisoned. You're going to go down eventually anyways. You may have a lot of health now, but you will go down. I do have Mach Punch, which is a priority move, but I don't know if Skunk Tank has any other priority moves above that one. Hit it with Yuki. Fine, but if Yuki goes down, I'm gonna be sad. I said not Yuki first. Whoops. I misread that. Well, I got Mach Punch, which is a priority move, which means even if I didn't go... What the frick is Aftermath? Wait, does Yuki still take damage? Because if Yuki takes damage, Yuki's going to die. I also don't know if I should learn Quick Guard, if it's useful or not. I don't know. I don't typically keep these moves because of Okay, no, Yuki did not take any damage. Well, aren't you tough? It's okay though. Our official Pokemon statue investigation is finished. And Mars has collected energy from the Valley Windwork. We're pretty much finished here. I'll let you in on one little thing. Our boss is researching the myths of ancient Pokemon. With the power of mystical Pokemon, he will become the ruler of Sinnoh. I suggest you keep out of Team Galactus affairs from now on. This is your last warning. I got my Clefairy back, and it's all thanks to you, but that Team Galactic. They said Clefairy came from space. Hand it over. The logic baffles me still. It's like they are from space. Anyway, still gone now. Thank you very much. I can't thank you enough right now, but cruise by myself will stop, okay? Okay. So unfortunately, Brent and Dan both went down. That's too bad. That really sucks because we had Dan since 202. And where did we catch Brent? Oberg Cave. Yeah. Wait, they removed the poison thing, right? No, they didn't. Or maybe they did. Where I could have sworn that was still a thing in this game where Pokemon would take damage every few steps you take. Nope, that's not a thing in this game. Okay, good. Gen 6, so they permanently removed it. Okay. It's not like anyone liked that feature anyways. Wait, hang on. I have to do something. So unfortunately, this means Brent and Dan are both dead. So who of these Pokemon should we take with us? These two are not allowed. Mew Mew, Mad Mew Mew, and Jirachi are not allowed. So we can do Dim Sun, Zap Tap, Bob, McChoppy, or Goofy Gas. I kind of want to take Goofy Gas, because Ghastly, despite what you may think, is a really good Pokemon to have on your team. But I don't know who the other guy should be. We already got a fighting type, so I don't know if McChoppy is going to be worthwhile. Pacha recently knows some good moves, but won't evolve, so I don't know how useful that's going to be. I know Dim Sun will evolve, but I also don't remember how good its evolution is. That's the thing. Either way, I am definitely going to go for Goofy Gas. We also don't need to keep these guys forever. We can just keep them until we get more Pokemon. You know, I'm taking Dim Sum with me. Murkrow is an adorable little guy. I'm taking him with me. There we go. So we've got 2 deaths in this fight already. 2 deaths. Which means we're going to have to train up these Pokemon a little bit before we move on. But we are getting a bike, so who's ready for a bike? Thanks for rescuing me. I can't thank you enough. Say, let me give you a bike to show my gratitude. I am going to go with blue. Look how cute! Marvelous, you've chosen a dignified blue. It almost seems like you can see the bubbles of Squirtle reflect off of it. It's perfect for you. It's the latest model, so I read the operating manual. Cool. The bike can now take you through all sorts of towns, routes, routes. Let's go. There's something else I should mention. Over here is the digger's house, the guy that does digging. I am the first one. Yes, ground underground. The Explorer Kit, each and every single one of the areas in the Explorer Kit, in the Grand Underground, counts as a different encounter. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 encounters I can go do in the Grand Underground at any time. So, yes. I will have to do those eventually. Hey Loki, first time here? Alright, I'm just going to skip through this. The Grand Underground is still a lot of fun though. I really do like the Grand Underground. See you later, my friend. Aha, I see you've gone to the underground. Nice. There are apparently some Pokemon in the ground that you can't normally find around here. Being new Pokemon is 100 times more fun. Alright. Can you still do the thing? Oh yeah, you can totally choose to ride your bike through there. Nice. $211. Do I have an encounter for $211? Wait, where is $211? Is it not on here? As what? I do not see 211 on here. On the list. Which is very weird. Yeah, like legit, I can't find it. Huh. Oh well. Just to keep things simpler on my end, I'm just gonna skip doing the encounter on here because it was a dupe anyways. That is so weird though that they don't have Route 211 on here. Unless you're not supposed to encounter it for like a long time into the game, but I feel like that's... Oh, here's 211. Why is it so far down? Interesting. It's after Brian. Maybe I'm not really supposed to do the counters here yet, but eh. So, yeah, okay. We can do an encounter here. I do need to do a bit of training on my other Pokemon. I think I'm just going to do that is let them get experience points for hanging around. Oh! Meditite. Meditite might actually be a good mon to have. Good job, Meditite. You failed. Yeah, this guy's not going into the ball that quickly. But I can't really attack it because I'm so much higher level than it. Apparently so is Evolved. Oh my gosh. That works too, jeez. I know, Inkly, my luck with actually throwing the balls is kind of amazing. I'm going to name this guy after a stream joke. I accidentally called this guy Meta Knight once. And Michelle never let me forget it, so I'm just gonna do this. There you go. Lonely, attack up, defense down. I don't know how to feel about that. That's kind of not what I wanted for this guy. Attack up. Well, now what am I talking about? Fighting moves are all attack based, not special attack. How was I thinking they were special attack based? What? I also don't like anything that makes the defense go down, so that's another thing. Metatite evolves in this generation, right? To Metachan? Metachan wouldn't be that bad to have, actually, to be honest with you. Fight me. You want to be as big as a mountain. I don't know how to feel about that. Fighting Psychic has good coverage, but not too good resistance. How many resistance does it have? There we go. Back punch, let's go! Hiker Lewis, GG. I wonder if I should go fight. I'll skip. Actually, no, I shouldn't skip any battles. Resistance to Bug Slime 4 fighting. I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, I know there's a lot more Pokemon with a lot more resistance, but yeah. Might not even be resistant to Steel. Steel is such a weird type. I'm going to be honest with you. Steel is such a weird type. It's the best type, and anyone who disagrees is valid to think so. I don't know, man. I mean, one of the pseudo legendaries I think is a steel type, so I really shouldn't say that much about it. But at the same time, it is such a weird type. It is such a weird type, my friend. Because here's the thing. I feel like steel type is like actually machine type, and I don't know how comfortable I am thinking of animal mixing with machines. When it got to the point of Reviroom, I'm just like, I don't like this. I'm going to need strength for this, aren't I? Yes. Okay, so I'm not supposed to be here yet. In that case, I do not know where the heck I'm supposed to be. But I can't deny that Steel has a lot of uses in the actual game. I will not deny that. Oh wait, this is Lucas's father, right? Yeah. Rare candy. I don't think I'm gonna use these, but yeah. All right, it's time for Cycling Road. Oh, they still do the perpetual down thing. I do not like that. Oh shoot. That did a lot more damage than I was expecting it to. That did so much more damage than I was expecting it to. Oh my gosh. Nope. Wrong thing. We're healing Yuki after that. And I go straight into the battle. Cyclist James, nice to meet ya. Yuki, I am trying to keep you alive. I am sorry. I should just go back to using Mach Punch the entire time because at least then I'm guaranteed to go first. What can you use Tail Whip? Tail Whip works. Hey Mackenzie's, how you doing? Behold, a fight between two of the three fire types in Sinnoh. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it because Detect and Protect are more predictable and competitive, but I've never been able to predict them in story mode, so I don't know how worth it would be to get these ones. I'm going to skip it. What is the last fire type? Like fire type line. What the heck is the last fire type line? Because I know there's only 3 in Sinnoh. Magmotar. Really? Really? Wow. I do really wonder how on earth that happened. How on earth there's only 3 fire types? And the Fernape line, Rapidash line, and the Megatar. So make me and Megatar, Rapidash and Ponyta, and then shoot. I forgot what the pre-evolution for Infernape is called. Chimchar, Infernape, and they made one of the Elite Four members 85. Really? Really? How on? I forgot about that. Just wow. Just wow. Oh my gosh. Sinnoh is great. Sinnoh still remains one of my all-time favorite regions. But yeah. Hello there, friend. Hello. I'm sorry if I say this wrong, but State Ledger? How you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciate it. You are Guardian. Nice to meet you. If you'd like my Nintendo Switch friend code, you can put !FC in chat. Again, that's !FC in chat, and you will get my Nintendo Switch friend code in your whispers. So then you can come and play with us if you decide to do so. Or you can just talk in the chat, vibe in chat, or you can just vibe. Love those who just vibe too. So yes, welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing good. Ah, that scared me. That scared me too. And I think that thing is legitimately just loud as all carp. So it's kind of just, yeah. You know, early on, people were telling me that Power-Up Punch is better than Mach Punch. I'm starting to see why. Yuki is so fast. Yuki is outspeeding most fast Pokemon anyways. I kind of don't see the point of, I do not know if I should count that towards the Wonder Trade or not, because Yuki has been unfollowing and refollowing for months now. Yes, the refollow. I don't know if I should count it towards the Wonder Trade count, but yeah. Thank you, Yuki, for refollowing again. I'm not gonna count it. Wingcat? A ring cat? Wingcat. Wow. Wing attack is good. Haze might actually be good, because does Haze stick around after Dim Sun leaves the battle or no? Yeah, I did remember Mario power-up. The cat mushroom and the wing cap. Wing cap. Because if that effect stays, then I might as well keep Haze. Because that might be useful in case I need to switch Dim Sun out. I'll get rid of Peck. This is Peck, but better? Slightly better, yes. Yeah, I think I need to heal Yuki again. I probably shouldn't be relying so heavily on one Pokemon, but I do. Alright. Oh nice, I got stickers. Okay, can I get the bike? I don't think this is a different route. I think all this is counted as the same route as before. I think it is. Hey, Posta. Isn't there a cave behind those bridges? There is. But I completely forgot what the cave is called. So I'm gonna need a moment to actually find it if I'm going to go in it. Oh. A gibble? I'll name it Kabite. I don't think it's here. I'm actually going to use a repel because I'm going slightly crazy with all the encounters that I've been finding. And I don't remember exactly where the bridge is. Wait, is that actually what evolution is called? I don't use the gibble line enough, so I didn't know that's what it was actually called. That's pretty hilarious, actually. Wayford Cave, interesting. Alright. Let's do an encounter here. I do have Wayford Cave up. Alright, Zubat does not count because it's a dupe. So the only two Pokemon we can get are either Bronzer or Gibble. That's cool. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you so much. You get to choose any route that I have been in the past. You can't request that I catch a certain Pokemon, but that's not how this works. But you can request that I go back to a past route and force me to anyone that has a Shuckle. Have we been on a route that has a Shuckle yet? I don't think we've been on a route that has a Shuckle yet, to be honest with you, Botanist. What routes in Pokemon Diamond? It's Shining Diamond, right? Oh no, Brilliant Diamond. Shuckle is post-game. Is it actually? Inkly actually does have the right to do that because Inkly does have is allowed to force me to recapture things. And because I technically already caught a Bronzer, I am forced to actually catch a different Pokemon, which means the only Pokemon I can catch in this cave is oh my gosh. I'm gonna name you Bye, because you're gonna be dead anyways. I'm gonna do a box. I thought you could catch here. Choose a random route then? Wait, I thought they didn't do that. I thought in the caves you could actually just encounter it. You actually need 5 badges to get it. That seems like a very strange rule for a Pokemon to implement, but they have implemented stranger rules. I'm only doing wonder trades with what is it called? With bit donations. So like 100 bits will force you a wonder trade. Will give me a wonder trade. I don't know why I skipped Spite. I should have grabbed Spite. Man, Botanist really wants me to get a Shuckle. There is, in theory, a way I could get a Shuckle. There is, in theory, a way. But I don't know if it's locked behind post-game, or if I could just get it now. Because technically, Shuckle is in the caves. In the underground caves. But I don't know if it's one of those Pokemon that only shows up in post-games, or shows up at any time. There's a different part of Wayward Cave. You know what, I'll take your word for it. Alright. So, Inkly. I'll put that down. I think I might actually have to do some grinding for a bit because this game's ridiculous. Is it post-game only? Ah, shoot. F, yeah. I could have sworn there was a way to get a Shuckle earlier on in the game, but maybe that might have just been the original version. Because I remember you could have the Shuckle early on in the original game. I just don't know when. F indeed, F indeed. I'm just gonna run. All right. No, you're right, because Shuckle's the national deck, so that would be post-game only. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Now I get it. That kind of does suck, though. I'm sorry, Botanist, I can't get you a Shuckle. Although I could probably crochet a Shuckle now that I'm thinking about it. Shuckle would be really easy to crochet together. That's what I want to do. I want to crochet a Shuckle together. I want to crochet a Clocksire together. That's not important. Lately, I've been experimenting with a couple of new tools. You're sure with all those legs? Those legs would be very easy to do because you would just need to find out how big you would need to make them. And then single crochet all the way up. That would be actually probably the simpler part of it. I'll share with you, Loki. Choose a hand, left or right. When nothing in life is going right, go left. No matter what hand you get, do you always get the VS Suker? The VS Suker. The VS Suker. The Versus Seeker. In that Versus Seeker, you can find trainers who want to battle with you again. What about the Pokédex? Do you have one? Yep, you do. Let's have this. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, Loki can still not English right. Loki indeed can't English. I wonder if the Pokemon that I just caught accidentally went to the dead blocks. I should really check that. Nope, they're all in here. Okay. I don't know how my full team is looking right now, but we got Yuki, Cyrus, Nicodaniel, Phil, Goofy Gas, Dim Sun, McChoppy, Bidoof, Meta Knight, Bye. Actually, Bye's not actually valid because I have to go catch a Gibble. And then Zap Zap. So we don't have that many Pokemon in reserve, but we do have some Pokemon. Oh, this is going to be interesting. The thing is, if I go underground, I could find a bunch of Pokemon like Caterpie, Rattata, Raticate, Oddish, Gloom, Venonat, Venomoth, Psyduck, Growlithe. I could find a bunch of Pokemon in the ground underground. I don't know how many of them are going to be available, but I could probably find a good amount of Pokemon to get. But I don't know if it's worth trying to go into the Grand Underground now. Go away! How did I get rid of that screen? My gosh, how did I power off the bike? There we go. That's what I was trying to do. And I'm in duo battle. So I was trying to figure out how to get up the hill. I want to get that Pachirisu as fast as possible. Because Pachirisu knows electric type moves, and that's going to take down my Zubat really fast. I don't want to lose my Zubat. No, don't take down Cyrus! Legitimately don't! Enjoy the lurk, Yuki. Enjoy the lurk. Okay, there we go. punch does rock. I can see why people like it so much. But I do like move priority more. I don't know why. I think power up punch is factually just better in every single way. But the security of Mach Punch going first every single time is more comforting to me, I guess. That's not what I wanted to pick up. Super potion, nice. Alright. So, Fauna said I could go back to any random route that I want to. Should I go back to a route that I accidentally killed a Mon on, or should I... Or should I go back to a route where I legitimately could get recapture of a stronger Pokemon? Really, why are you using Harden? Not gonna help you that much. These are some wild level differences here. You see which Pokemon I use the most. I didn't realize Chimchar's line is like actually really good. I always thought Chimchar's line was the weakest out of the three, but I don't know. This guy's been impressing me so far. That being said, I'm going to have to go heal my Pokemon again. Because I do not want to lose my Zubat. There we go. Nope, no, I don't want to do this again. Nope. Oh wait, hang on, I gotta check something on my phone real quick. Alright. So I had to check something real quick. Back to it. How... Something about this bike feels so much worse to use than the original Sinnoh bike. I don't like it. Okay, so this is route... That's route 207. This is Mount Coronet. What can I get in Mount Coronet? I can get Clefairy, I can get Magikarp, Gyarados, Dratini, Dragonair, Noctowl, Cleffa, Loudred, Barbroach, Witchcat, Chimecho, Chinlee, Snover, and Vomit Snow. So let's see what I get. You don't count because you're a dupe. We're not letting dupes. If you manage to find one in the Dragonite line, I'll eat my shirt. I'm pretty sure those only spawn in the water, so I don't think that's gonna happen, honestly. This camera angle is so bad. Like, literally half of it, or at least a quarter of it, is blocked off by the rocks. Would it count if it was a shiny? I would catch a shiny regardless, but I wouldn't use a shiny, to be honest with you. Honestly, I'm allowing myself to catch shinies, but I'm not allowing myself to use them. Yeah, he really does. This camera angle is so bad. I'm sad about it. According to one theory, Mount Coronet is where the Sinnoh region began. A newly created world, a world where only time flowed and space expanded. By the way, how you doing, Dark Keyblade Warrior? How you doing? There should have been no strife. What became of that world? Because of the human spirit's weak and incomplete, strife has spread. This world is being ruined by it. I find the state of things to be deplorable. I find that camera angle to be deplorable. Okay, I'm going to spend some time trying to get an account in here. I don't think I'm going to get one that's valid. But I can try. Not valid. I'm, well, almost at the Pokemon League in Oris and just make gross up. Also add. Oh, right. I'm not checking when the ads are. Shoot. I have to tell Dark Keyblade Warrior afterwards. That's very cool. Also, is Dark Keyblade Warrior doing Nuzlocke? I don't know. Not valid. I thought you could evolve Metagross. Also not valid. Well, oh, okay. Fair enough. I don't know that much about Oris to be able to really know. What did I miss? I am getting not valid encounters for this Nuzlocke that we're doing. Not if you get from Wonder Trade. Oh, you're doing it like that. Okay. Are you doing Nuzlocke too, Dark Keyblade Warrior? I was trying to ask that earlier. Are you also doing a Nuzlocke? I have vendettas with this game. Really? What vendettas would that be? I'm going to be honest. I don't think there's any valid encounters we can get as of right now. So I think we're better off just heading on out. You're not valid because we just got you. That's literally not valid because that's actually also a dupe. That's also a dupe. I'm going to punch you anyways. I hate going up these things because all they do is sit there and detect. I'm like, what's the point? What's the point? Well, I hope you're having fun either way with starting over in that game. Oh my gosh, that would annoy the ever-loving heck out of me. Because I love getting the shiny charm. But having the progress deleted after getting the shiny charm is just... It's just... How are you still alive? There we go. Man, shiny hunting is so much fun though. I cannot wait to start shiny hunting for my living decks in Scarlet and Violet. We've got one shiny so far in our Scarlet and Violet shiny Pokédex. That is one, and his name is George, and he's a Zoomerl now. Yeah, I'm the same way. Okay, 208. Looks like there's a few things I can get here, so I'm going to do an encounter here and see what I get. Choppy or not valid? I would be so heckin' pissed. So heckin' pissed about that. Game with Bye and Hello Greek God. How you doing? Also not a valid thing, because that's also a dupe. Long answer, no. Honestly, I can't recommend buying this game because from the original, they actually took out a lot of the, this also counts as a dupe. They took out a lot of the features from the original, so if I could recommend you getting any version of this game, I'd recommend you gain Platinum on the DS, but that might be hard to find. If you just want to play through any old copy of Sinnoh, this works just fine, but I wouldn't recommend it being the way you experience Sinnoh, if that makes sense. Well, I can catch a Psyduck. It really depends. I bought both this game and Pearl on release day. I didn't find them worth it. Are they really? Are those loose or with case? I actually don't know that on top of my head because I actually never completed this version of the game. So I do not know what they actually added and what they didn't. Both loose and with case. Gotcha. I don't honestly think so. Greek God, thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated indeed. If you would like a Nintendo Switch friend code, you can put !FC in chat. Again, that's !FC in chat. If you want to use my if you want to get my Nintendo Switch friend code, you don't have to, of course. You can talk in the chat, or you can use the following emails that I would so like to have. We can just vibe. We love those who just vibe. So yeah, welcome, welcome. Add another one to the Wonder Trade count. If we get 5 more followers, I will be forced to Wonder Trade a random Pokemon at request of the stream. So, hooray. No, they're all basic forms from the original game. Is that really what they did? Oh my gosh. Hey guys! I caught a Psyduck! I caught a Psyduck! Oh, is that shiny hunting? I don't know how it is in this game, because I've never done it in this game. I haven't even finished this game yet. We're doing a Nuzlocke for a Subathon type thing here. Hi Andrios, how you doing? So yeah, we're doing a Subathon type thing here for, this. But, yeah. You know, I gotta find something. It will send it to your whispers, so go check your whispers. my friend. Pokemon Legends Arceus, yeah. It did, but that really didn't stop them from like updating it or something like that. How you doing, Andrios, by the way? Oh, it has way more than 2 bugs. Do you like Scarlet? I have both Scarlet and I have both Violet. I have both Scarlet and Violet. That's what I meant to say. Gosh, I English well. I really do enjoy Scarlet and Violet a lot. Whoops. Been a bit scared. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it's not too bad. I really do hope it's not too bad. But okay, good to hear. How are you? Doing my best. Trying my best to, get through this Nuzlocke, because we almost died, to be honest with you. Special defense up, defense down. But yeah, I really do like Scarlet. I am planning on trying to catch a living dex. Meaning I am not going to evolve Pokemon in order to get the Pokemon. I'm going to get as many Pokemon as I can shiny form. Poor guys, we lost Brent and Dan. Yes. Poor Brent and Dan. But yes, I will be doing that in Scarlet and Violet pretty soon here, so yes. But now we have Duck Duck Goose! We have Duck Duck Goose! You're the gym leader, aren't you? No, you're not the gym leader. Are you serious, Darky Blade Warrior? That kind of sucks, because I know people back in the original days of, I want to say Crystal, actually. I believe it was, no, it wasn't Crystal. What was it? It was in the Hoenn game. What, I don't think, was it Crystal? Was Crystal part of the Hoenn game? Anyways, I know people who went out of the way to capture every single form they physically could of Spinda's face. Emerald. Emerald! That's the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of the 3rd version of the games, and I was thinking Crystal for whatever reason. Probably because Suicune is one of my favorite legendary dogs, or legendary hamsters. I like calling them legendary hamsters. Yes, I know people who actually went out of their way to catch every single form of Spinda's face. And the fact that they get erased, that would tick them off so much. Pokemon Diamond was the first game I bought. Oh my gosh! Pokemon Diamond was the first game I ever played in the Pokemon series, dude! Great God, you and I are on the same wavelength. So yeah, in that case, I would definitely not recommend this game to you, because this game would not make you happy. It would just annoy you. But yeah, I hope you do enjoy the other Sinnoh games like Pokemon Legends. I need more Pokemon Legends. I desperately need more Pokemon Legends. The second bug involves Nikita. Long story short, there's an anti-cheat built in, and it mistakes Nikita as a hacked Pokemon because when you evolve it, it gives you 2 Pokemon. What? Are you serious, Darky Blade? How? How? That's why I like this generation, nostalgia. Yeah, I guarantee you this, unfortunately, this game would not benefit your nostalgia at all. It's a cute game. I still really do like how cute it is. I don't mind how cutesy it is. And if I could get this game in a state without playing it, where it's just where I could just walk around the region without a story, I think I would enjoy a lot more. But Pokemon Legends Arceus has done so much better with the Sinnoh region, and it's hard to ignore that. Oh, thank goodness that you happened to be there. If it weren't for you, who knows how far away my Baneri could have run. Beep, Baneri, back into the Pokeball you go. I'm Kira. I'm a Super Contest show judge. Please drop by the concert hall so I can thank you properly. Yeah, I'm sorry, Greek God. I'm just trying to be honest, that's all. I'm just trying to be honest. I don't think it's overly worth it for nostalgic reasons. You're better off just spending the $100 to get the originals. And this game has this sheer casualty to ban my Latias and Groudon from Go for every reason. So I had to catch one in order to even complete the Are you serious? Wow. I've been playing this game since I beat Elite Four. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please excuse moi. Are you into a Super Contest show? Oh, enjoy yourself, please. Incidentally, Fanta, the Heart Home Gym Leader, also happens to be a Super Contest show expert. And you may ask yourself, how do I do that? Well, I am Fantina. You may challenge me, but not yet. You must become stronger. Then you may challenge me. I love her. Do I have to do the contest stuff before I go? Because I find the contest stuff so bad. I really freaking hate the contest stuff. Can I just leave? No. The contest used to be my favorite feature in this freaking game. And the fact that they ruined it has made me so mad. So I'm actually going to talk about this building here. In Pokemon games, they don't actually really talk about religion all that much. They make a habit of not having any particular religions. Yeah, there are people who serve the Pokemon as if they were gods. You saw that a lot in Pokemon Arceus. But there's never flat out a religion. This game was the first game to ever show a real church or a real gathering of a religion in any of the Pokemon series. And I find it fitting that they kept this room completely silent and just let the area around here to speak for itself. This is actually one of my favorite places to go and just walk around in. Because it is such an interesting concept to see people have faith, I suppose, in Pokemon. It's interesting. And there I do see my father, my son, my life. And there I do see nature, Pokemon, the world. I thought that was end for a sec. No, it wasn't. The people are lonely and it's only natural. It gives them compassion for others. It's what makes me look forward to a better tomorrow. But there's still moments of fondness for the past. Time can heal some sadness, though. There are still words that not everyone can describe. Words are love and joy. Pokemon, people, it's only natural that we are also very different. Make sure you never judge a Pokemon based on whether it's weak or strong. You must always look forward to good inside of them. That's what counts. The art of crafting things fatigues on one's spirit. When the spirit's healed, the desire to make something returns. It is such a wondrous cycle. When people in Pokemon join hands, everyone's happy. It makes everyone come together and could even make the world one. I believe the text in this game has been edited to not reference religion so heavily. I do believe the text in the original game was a bit different. But it still remains a little bit of an interesting tidbit. I understand why Pokemon doesn't want to have religious themes inside its game, but still. Can I leave now? Oh, my hero! Oh, hi Loki. Hi Mom! Wait, no, really? Joanna is your mom? So you might be a Super Contest show star? Absolutely not. I am not sitting through these boring mini games for nothing. I'm going to do what I have to do and leave. Oh, I don't know about that. I've never spoken to Loki about Super Contest shows. Good. I'm surprised you two know each other, though. Ah, yes, that's right. I need to thank you for earlier. Please take this sticker. It will be a nice touch of sophistication and glamour. I'm a show judge, so come join us for all fun. If you're unsure of yourself, we also offer practice sessions. I remember when Gen 5 came out, a lot of very vocal Christians decided to say Pokemon's the Antichrist and fault. That's been happening since Red and Blue. Dark Keyblade Warrior. That's been happening since the show came out. When Yokai games came out with literally raising demons. Yokai Watch was a lot more niche than anything, to be honest with you. And if I'm being honest with you, I think a lot of Christians were focused on the monster lawsuit that was going on at the time. It was either Monster or Red Bull that was going on at the time. One of those two. So I don't know. But I do think some places had issues with Yokai Watch too. It's just... It's just there wasn't a Yokai Mania like there was a Pokemania. And I remember when I was a kid during the Pokemania, a lot of issues were raised. Were you surprised to see me, Loki? I got bored, so I came out to Hearthome for a little vacation. I'm just as surprised to see you here, my dear. But are you serious about into Super Contest shows? No, not just that way. It's your Pokemon's time to shine. You shouldn't just be dressed your usual way. Put this on for a little bit of glamour. Now, Lucas has the cutest suit ever for the contest shows. At least he did in the original games. I'm kind of sad that I don't get to wear the suit. I'm sure it'll look good on you. After all, I chose it. Go enjoy the Super Contest shows, honey. Shows will give you a different look at the many tribes of Pokemon. Do I have to actually enter into one of the contests? I don't want to enter. You're going to enter a Super Contest show, but I don't see a problem case. It could be tough doing contest shows without one. But you're determined to enter, don't let me stop you. It wouldn't hurt to get some practice and count on the rate. It is a bop. It really is. Hey, I don't have to enter into it. I can leave. Okay, good. Ta-da, kept me waiting again, Loki. I'm sorry I'm being so negative. The contests were my favorite feature in the original game. And I freaking hate what they did to them here. I really do hate it. Let's see how much tougher you and I have gone right here or now. Hey, you're a trainer now. You're expected to be ready for battle. No whining, no waiting. Let's get the show started. Okay, I don't know how this is going to go. Why is your Pokemon still a Starly? Shouldn't you have a Staravia at this point? You got Power Up Punch, you should be good. We'll see. I think after this, I'm gonna end it off here. I normally would go on for 4 hours tonight, but what? What was that? What the frick was that? I'm sending Phil out there. Are you serious? What the frick is up with in Denver? I don't know. What the frick does Endeavor do? Oh my gosh, I am. The only one that has it is Yuki, which is down to 5 HP. The only person that has a priority move is Yuki. Okay, Starly's at least down. Okay, good. Primflip is poisoned. Badly poisoned, too. Don't kill Cyrus. Don't kill Cyrus. I should be using Astonish, to be honest with you. Absorb would help, but it gives you so little HP that I don't know if it matters. There goes Cyrus. Shoot. Well, it wasn't Cyrus that took down Cyrus, but... Oh, I'm sad about that. We can't catch another Zubat. We can't catch another Zubat. I am sad about that. Or just replaces the Pokemon, right? I don't see how that's helpful except for in wild encounters, which Phil wouldn't be out for anyways. But I'm also not going to use Leer, so I don't know. I'll change Leer because I'm not going to use it. Yeah. Yeah. 2 more Pokemon. I believe Ponyta and Roselia is next. Although I don't know which one he's sending out next. So I don't know if I should send out Goofy Gas, Dim Sun, or Nega Daniel. Goofy Gas? Oh, come on. How? No! Yeah, that's not very effective. I wanted to put Roselia to sleep, but I don't know if I can. I can do one of 2 things. Sacrifice Goofy Gas and heal Yuki, which I want to avoid over heal from heal stalling. Or I can just try and make it out with Nigga Daniel, Dim Sun, and Goofy Gas. You know, I'm just gonna heal. I didn't want to, but... Man, we've had some bad luck this round. We might need to go around and train up next stream. There we go. I didn't know Endeavor did that much damage. Man, I did not know Endeavor could do that much damage. Really? Man. At least I didn't lose Yuki? How many Pokemon did we lose today? Because we lost 2 earlier today. We lost 3 Pokemon today. Dang, I want to take Cyrus all the way to the end. So yeah, we lost 3 today. Dang it. Okay, we're going to need to figure out a gone but not forgotten. Never forgotten. Oh my gosh. Gone but not forgotten. Alright. I'm actually going to end off here today. Normally I would stream for 4 hours today, but I had to pick up an extra day of work, so now I work 6 days a week. Because of reasons. I'll be fine. I'm gonna have some fun. But yes, I'll see you guys next time. Who should we raid today? Is there anyone on that we can raid? Guys, stick around for the raid! Let me see here. Who do I want to raid? No, I'll raid Classical Cat because they're also doing some X and Y stuff. Pokemon X and Y. They're doing speedruns. That should be fun, right? Anyways. That's who we're going to be raiding. I hope you guys have a good night. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I will see you guys. We're unraid. Really? You know what? Then it's going to raid Nintendo Capri Sun. Let's do them. There we go. They're playing Wheel of Fortune, but that should be fun. Thank you guys so much for the follows. Thanks so much for the subs. It seems like my credits aren't working for whatever reason. Oh well. Thank you to moderators for moderating the stream, and I will see you guys all next time. I will be live again tomorrow, hopefully for much longer, and I will see you guys then.